Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel. This is IMAX Sports with another football video, and today I'm going over how to draft the perfect team in a 14-person draft room. That's right, I've done 8, I've done 10, I've done 12, I've done auction drafts. Now we're doing a 14-person room. This is going to be insane. I've never done a 14-person room. I didn't even do a 12-person room until last Thursday in my entire life. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited. I think the strategy is going to be completely different than anything that I've ever done before. So it's going to be really fun, and I'm glad that I can do it with you guys. So the first couple picks are probably going to be pretty standard, but it'll be interesting to see when the quarterbacks start going, when the kickers start going, and when the defenses start going, because that's going to shift around a little bit. I think that people are going to pick things in different spots, and it'll be fun to see where they end up getting picked. I also think that there's also a shorter draft clock. I noticed there's only a 30-second draft clock, and I think that you need to also look at your bye weeks, because a lot of 10-person rooms, I never look at my bye weeks. I only look at the bye weeks of my starting and backup quarterback. I never look at the bye weeks of my other players. But if you have 2 or 3 running backs that are your star running backs that all have the same bye week, then you're just going to tank 1 week. Or you could literally just try and tank 1 week. That's another strategy. But it's going to be an interesting draft. I'm excited to see how it goes. And I have the 9th pick, which I'm not upset about at all. I think that in these drafts you want a later pick, but you don't want it to be too late, because if you have the first pick of the draft, yes, you get Christian McCaffrey, but then you need to wait until pick number 28, which is a normal third-round draft pick. If you get pick number 9, then your next pick is 14, and then your next pick is 39, which, again, 14 to 39 is a kind of a big gap, but it's not as big as... Shoot. What is happening? My computer's wigging out right now. I'm going to turn the brightness up. Maybe that's the issue. But, yeah, the picks are going to be a little whack. So, I'm excited for this. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So my next pick is coming up, or my first pick. So, I think I'm going to go with Tyreek Hill. I think that he's the best available right now. Or Julio. I only have 15 seconds. I want to pick a wide receiver because there's not a lot of decent wide receivers in later rounds. There's a lot more decent running backs than there are decent. I'll go with Julio. He's more consistent. Wow, that 30-second clock is short. So I'll probably keep the cam on until the second pick, and then after my second pick, then I'll turn it off and I'll just kind of pick a couple rounds, and then I'll come back around the 4th or the 5th round and explain what I did. And then I'll keep it on for 2 more picks there. I'll probably keep it on from picks 9 through 20, and then 39 through 39 through 50 and stuff like that. Just makes it a little bit easier. Is my pick 39? Yeah, it is 30. 37. What? Oh, everything's really skewed, right? You can't really do like normal math with this. It's kind of odd. Okay, so my next... Oh, I'd really hope if Hopkins was available. What is this injury? Pulled hamstring. That could be... that's terrible for him. That could be really good for people doing fantasy football, though. So I picked a running back. I picked a wide receiver for my first pick. I think I'm going to go for a running back now. Either Austin Eckler or Aaron Jones. The experts say that Aaron Jones is going to get 290 and Austin Eckler is going to get 230 and 242. Aaron Jones did better, so I'm going to pick Aaron Jones. I think that Aaron Jones had an amazing season last year. He's probably going to continue to do well, and he was also projected to do more. So I usually don't go by the projections, but especially when you have such a short draft clock, I don't look at the bye weeks. Austin Eckler has a bye week of week 10, so does Julio. So, I need to, if I'm going to ever do a 14-person draft room, which I doubt I will, because it just sounds too hectic, and 14-player draft rooms just seem really way too hectic, and I would not be able to do well in a league like this, I don't think. but I think that this is a fun thing for me to do just this once. So my pick is coming up. I'm looking at quarterbacks. My pick is 37, but my next pick is 48, and on Yahoo.com, instead of NFL, which is Yahoo just fills up spots more easily. That's why I wanted to do it on here. There are 54. Watson's average draft position is 54, so I can get Deshaun Watson for cheap in the 4th round. So I want to go for another running back wide receiver. AJ Brown came on strong at the end of last year. I think that he'll have a better season. Oh, DJ Moore is one of my sleepers. I think that he's going to do really well. 37, 40. Juju also is another player that I think is going to skyrocket this year. 8. Neither of them have a bye week of 8. I'm gonna do it. Oh, Amari Cooper was available. Oh, there's a lot to look at in 30 seconds. 30 seconds is not a lot of time. This room is almost fully full though. There are 10 people out of 14 in here. So I'll probably, since this is the time with all up, never mind, another person left. There's 9 people out of 14. I'll probably pick a quarterback in my next pick. I'll check back in round 5. So I will sign off for now, and I'll see you at round 5. Okay, so I'm officially on round 7. I let it run a little bit, and a lot has happened. So, we ended up picking Cam Akers and Devin Singletary. So we got Russell Wilson as our quarterback first of all, because he was available, and Deshaun also had a bye week 8, like Juju Schuster. So I would have taken Russell over Deshaun anyways, but I was surprised Russell was still available. Next, we got 2 running backs, because we had 2 wide receivers and 1 running back. So we got Devin Singletary and Cam Akers. Cam Akers, I believe, is the new starting running back for the Rams, so I think that he's going to have a good season. Devin Singletary also had a decent season last year. I think he'll have a much better season this year coming up. I'm looking at tight ends now. Sadly, Gronk was taken. This number of players is really messing me up. I'm not, there's so much time in between picks, and it's really hard to gauge who you're supposed to pick when and what positions you're supposed to be picking. I'm probably going to take Mike Gesicki because I honestly really believe in Mike Gesicki. I think he's going to have a great season. I mentioned that in my tight end sleepers videos. This will be my first bye week overlap. Mike Gesicki, actually, his average draft position is 124. I don't know if I should risk it though. It's so hard to decide. AJ Green is available. He's questionable. Why is he questionable? Jarvis Landry, James White, Will Fuller, Sony Michel, Darius Slayton, Brandon Cooks. What about Brandon Cooks? I have Deshaun Watson. I don't have Deshaun Watson. I'll probably take Jarvis Landry. He'll probably have a similar season this year than last year. And then is Julian Edelman still available? I doubt it. There's so many players that I didn't even see. I didn't even notice that they went because it's just going by really quickly. It's round 8 and we're on pick 104. Usually you get to pick 80 by round 8. We're 24 picks ahead of schedule. Or should be 32 picks ahead of schedule. I don't know. For some reason this math seems weird. Anyways. Oh, that's because it's the 6th pick, so there's 8 more picks left. Yeah, in the 6th pick of the 8th round, we should be at pick number 76, not pick 104. So this is weird to me. This is really weird. Big Dogs 44. Oh yeah. So my next pick will be a tight end. I need to get a tight end. And it will, someone picked Mike Gesicki. I'm surprised at that. I really am. I waited so long for a tight end. Oh, great. Now he's gone. I also picked Noah Fant. Not a fan. But, man, you don't get good teams out of these 14-person rooms, do you? You just don't. It's so hard to gauge when players will be picked, and it's so hard to figure out what to do. Like, I'm glad I'm doing this. Because if anyone else has never done a 14-person room and they're doing one for their draft this year, then good luck, because these are rough. So I'm going to pick Noah Fant on this next pick, because I need a tight end. And then I will, or I could pick Kyle Rudolph. I could just hold out and pick him. Maybe I'll pick him as a backup. He'll be my backup hitter. So I'll see you guys all in round 8 or 9 or whenever I come back. So, see ya. Okay, so this has gone straight to the depth really quickly. So I don't have a defense anymore. Well, I do, but I have the Tennessee Titans defense, which is not my first pick. I'm getting Cam Newton as a backup quarterback now. I only have 3 running backs on my team currently. And I have 4 wide receivers. So this will be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how this team actually ends up. I'm going to get Cam Newton as my backup quarterback because that's still an incredible backup quarterback. I'm not sure how he's still available at pick 150. And then I have around 12, 13, 14, and 15, so I have 4 more picks after. I think I'm going to go for Tevin Coleman because I need another running back. I'm going to go for a kicker. Or I kind of need another running back now. Austin Scott. There's literally no options that are available at all. Naheem Hines. Oh shoot, I'm drafting, I guess. That was bad. This is so awful. Shoot. Shoot. This is so bad. I apologize for anyone watching this video. I've never done a draft like this before, and I'm just completely blowing it. It's so bad. Everything about this is terrible. Jimmy Garoppolo, I don't think is a bad pick. I think that some people might think it is. I think that he's a fine pick for a backup quarterback. For a starting quarterback, maybe not, but he is going to be my backup. I do have Russell Wilson. It's not the end of the world. I needed to get a decent 3rd, 4th running back, whatever that is, my 4th running back. I also need a kicker eventually. I'm probably going to get Matt Gay. I don't know how long he's going to last, but I'm probably going to get him. And then I just... Shoot. I have no idea, man. There's only 3 people left in this room. It's me, Steve, and Big Dog. So I'll take Jimmy Garoppolo here, if he's available, which he probably won't be. And then I'll probably finish off the draft, show you my final team, and I'll let you know what Yahoo gives me for a draft grade, because they do give draft grades. So it'll be interesting to see what I get. I'm gonna guess that I'm going to get like a B- for my draft grade. I don't know if that's I don't know exactly how good or bad to expect it to be, because I don't know what really bad is supposed to look like. I don't know what really good is supposed to look like. So I think that my draft is probably like a B-, because I think that I did a good job drafting, but I think that there's so many better things I could have done in this. So I'm not sure if it's based off of your team or if it's based off of their projected points or different things. But I think that my team is going to end up pretty decent. But I really don't know, because I don't know how to gauge teams on a scale for this kind of draft, because I've never done one before. So it's really weird. Make sure that if you watch this, you don't take anything that I do as a suggestion. You take it as something to learn from. So if I do something, then if it worked out for me, then you do that too. If it didn't work out for me, then just don't do that ever. Because some of the things I'm doing are actually good picks, and some of them are just really not. So I'll see you at the end of the draft after pick 210. Jeez, that's a lot of picks. So usually most drafts are over by now. Most of my 10-person league drafts are done by now. So this is kind of weird. But I'll see you guys at pick 210, I guess. Okay, so that wraps up my 14-person mock draft. I wasn't sure how I did. I think that I did okay. I think that I was taken aback by how many, the absolute massive number of players that are taken in these drafts. 60 extra players from a 10-person league is a huge amount. So I was just going to go through all my picks. Julio Jones, Aaron Jones, Juju Smith-Schuster, Russell Wilson. That seems like a pretty average draft to me. Juju might be a 4th round pick, 5th round pick, but that looks pretty average to me to start off. But then we have Devin Singletary, who is not a 5th round pick. Cam Akers, who is not a 6th round pick. Jarvis Landry, who is definitely not a 7th round pick. And then you just get further and further and further away. Noah Fant, I can get any tight end. I can get a bunch of tight ends better in the 8th round. I could get Jared Cook in the 8th round. I could get Gronk in the 8th round. Noah Fant is not a tight end for the 8th round in a 10-person league. John Brown, my 9th pick. I think that he is undervalued, but I still think he's not a 9th round pick. 10th round, Tennessee Titans defense. 11th round, Boston Scott. 12th round, Jimmy Garoppolo, who's a decent backup quarterback, I believe. 13th round, N'Keal Harry, who I think is going to have a great season because the Patriots are going to need him to have a great season. 14th is Matt Gay, Tampa Bay kicker. I needed a kicker, and I think he's the best available because he did well last year. Now Brady's with him, and I think they're going to score even more points this year than they did last year. And number 15 is the Houston Texans defense. I did not pick them. I was going to pick up a backup tight end, but I accidentally X'd out of the draft wizard, so it picked for me. I ended up with the Texans defense. I am perfectly okay with that. So those are my 15 picks. Now, I want everyone to comment down below what you think my draft grade was. I said I was going to get a B- because I was expecting all of the other teams to be extremely, extremely good. But when it was all said and done, the Yahoo Sport Wizard gave me an A. I looked on the website. This is just an easier way to display my team with the draft grade. I looked on the website. It said 93 was my grade, and it said I was projected to get 2nd place in my league out of 14 teams. So I'm actually really satisfied with that. I know that projections are not good at all because things are going to change, players are going to change, and people can have a good or a bad week, especially in the playoffs. So it's probably based off of regular season. I'd probably end up 2nd place regular season in my league based off of projected points. So I'm actually really satisfied with that. I thought this was going to be really bad, and I thought that I would have a really joke video to put out, but it actually turned out really well. So if you guys want kind of like a skeleton for your 14-person draft league, I wouldn't suggest using this, but it's not really a terrible idea. So I hope you guys liked the video. I do try to make these videos as best as I can. Make sure to let me know if there's any videos that you want to see me do. I do post new videos every single day on the channel. I just reached 25 subscribers, so I'm really happy about that. And one of my videos got over 100 views. So thank you to everyone who has been helping me out, and I am so appreciative of all the support I've been getting. So thank you for watching my video once again. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy my content, because I really do put a lot of time and effort into it, and it's great to see people actually enjoy it. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you all tomorrow.